Hello everyone, I'm Woko and welcome to Wokolandia. In the last video I tried to rescue one of those broken cow space marine and the result don't really like me, and for this reason I wanna try with a different color scheme. Starting with this guy who also have this strange pose that doesn't make a lot of sense. When you attach the limbs of your miniature, try to pay attention to the position. This running guy have both arms stretched forward, completely unbalanced. For this reason I disassemble and place the bolter in line with the eye, and on the other side I place this sword for counterbalance the weight of the figure. Unfortunately, I cannot move the head because it's stuck in place, but I hope in this way the position is more realistic. And before we attach the arms, I need to clean the pieces using my sculpting tool, creating a flat surface. And you can do that using a blade or a scalpel before apply the glue. And like you see here, is nearly finished, but I need to change this little detail because in the 40,000 I think the gravity still exists. And after removing the icon, I use my sculpting tool for flat the surface, but the icon will not go to waste. In fact, I wanna glue the symbol where it makes sense and where it not fight the gravity. And after using this sandpaper on the icon's chain, I using my sculpting tool for flat the surface of the bolter handle. After glue the symbol in place, it's time for this word. But there is a problem. If I glue this word in place, I make the entire painting process a lot more difficult, and for this reason I decide to glue this word in place after painting. And here, like I did in the previous video, I try to rescue this guy, removing the ruined and broken stuff attached on the head, trying to reshape the helmet with my sculpting tool. Actually, I don't know if removing this iconic stuff from the helmet, this guy will lose the corn favor, but surely his neck will feel relief. And now it's time to prime those guy. And for do that I use some double side tape that is awesome for stuff like that. In this way I can place here a lot of miniature and prime them at the same time. Like you see here, I place the tape on this metal rod for all the miniature when I start priming. In this way I can rotate the miniature even upside down and is very useful. Also, I can use this tape multiple times before I change it. And now it's time to paint those guys, and this color scheme is very simple. I don't use this zenithal highlight, I use only a simple black primer and this awesome light gray in dry brush. Because my base is completely black, I need to find a way for create some shade and some light. And with this step I underline the detail and the erase area, focusing on the upper part of the figure, basically where the light touches the figure from above, leaving the original black in the recesses and where the figure is in shadow. creating an illusion of depth and also helped me to see the detail I need to paint after. And I know that is a quite basic technique and is the starting point for more complex paint. But for me the result is very cool, and also I have a lot of other detail to paint after. And talking about detail, I use metal gold for all the trim of the miniature. And there is a lot of little stuff on this miniature. And I saw a lot of miniature painters say, don't start from something like this stuff, with a lot of trim, a lot of dot, a lot of detail, where every single unit is different from the other. Start from something simple like a unit of Loyal Space Marine with less trim and detail and more flat surface, and with the model not so different one another. And they are perfectly right, because if you think to paint an entire army of those guys, maybe you enjoy to paint the first 5 or 10, but after that maybe this stuff become boring, and is quite difficult to think about 30 or 40 of this guy. They are a lot of hours. And thinking about that, if your hobby become boring, you start something else. It's normal, and that's the point. Paint an entire Warhammer army is already a real challenge, and I think it's correct to say that if you are a new painter like me, start from something simple for have some good result and keep this hobby going. But actually at the same time they say do what you like, because if you do what you like you do better, and that's it. Also I really like have every single unit completely different one another. And back on the miniature, I don't do anything special actually. I now use Agraxart shade over the gold detail, only the detail, because I don't want to make this miniature glossy like the other one. And yeah, that's it. And after that I glue the repaint sword in place, and it's time to base those guys. Simple. I don't have any rocks because the base is too little, but I use this same technique I use for the Demon Prince. A lot of super glue, sand, brown paint and some makeup powder for make the base a little more dusty. I hope you enjoyed this video, even if it's not so cool and full of wonder. And if you have some question, comment down below. And like always, remember to like, share and subscribe. Is the best way for support the channel and is completely free. And now I leave you with my 4 confused corn berserk.